Hello everyone and welcome to day 2 of 30 days of ML by Kaggle. And today we are going to learn some really basic stuff about Python. So if you're not familiar with Python, you start today. Yesterday, we took a look at how to make a submission in the Titanic competition, but I think that was way too advanced. So today it's a day where you should start from, but you should still learn the basics of how Kaggle works, what the submissions are, what is leaderboard, what is Kaggle notebooks, these kind of things. And today you can start from Python if you don't know about Python at all. So this is the tutorial that you get, and you also get an exercise. If you're familiar with Python, they tell you straight ahead, like you can go to the hands-on exercise, and they give you a little bit of history about Python, that it was named for the show Monty Python. So I'm not a fan. I haven't seen Monty Python, but yeah, that's what it is. And they tell you, okay, try reading over the code below and predicting what's going to do when it's run. So I created a copy of this, so you can just click on create a copy, and it will open a Kaggle notebook environment. Now the notebook environment consists of everything Python or R, but today we are going to look at only Python. And now you see, like, they have some name, some string. It's called spam_amount, and it's assigned a value of 0. Then there is a statement called print. So print is a function, it's a reserved name in Python, and they are printing this string, and then they are adding 4 to that string, and they say, okay, if my string value is more than 0, then print, but I don't want any spam. And Viking song is spam, which is a string, and then there's a space multiplied by the spam amount. So now if you run this, what are you going to get? So here I see spam amount is actually a variable that is assigned a value of 0. So now if you print spam amount, it's going to print 0. So you can quickly check that by clicking on the play button or shift enter or control enter. So now the environment is starting. So in the very first run, it might take few seconds. And now since the environment has started, you see the print function is printing spam amount, which is a variable that has been assigned a value of 0. Similarly, now what we do here is we add 4 to the variable spam amount, which had the value of 0. So naturally it should become 0 plus 4. So the same variable changes its value to 4. And then there is a if statement. It's a conditional expression. We won't go into details of if and else today, but yeah, in near future, yes. So here it's saying if my value of spam amount is greater than 0, you should print this. So now spam amount variable has already changed its value from 0 to 4. So it's obviously more than 0, and thus it prints, but I don't want any spam. What's happening here in the end? There is something Viking song, and then there is a string, and it's multiplied by, so asterisk is multiplication by spam amount, and it's printing Viking song. So let's see what happens here. So you see the string has been multiplied 4 times. So if you multiply a string by a number, it's going to repeat it n number of times if the value of the number is n. So yeah, there's a lot of things here that you should take a look at. Now here we have now that's what they are doing in a stepwise manner, and I've already shown you. So this is called variable assignment. You create a variable, you assign it a number, So if you have programmed in certain languages like Java or C++, you might be noticing things Python doesn't require us to do here. We don't need to declare the variable. You don't need to define the type of the variable. So these things you don't need to do when you're working with Python. So now this is a print function, and here print function displays the value passed on to it on the screen. So if you want to print anything, so a very simple way to check stuff would be to just print things. Print 1, print 2, or print my name, things like this. So you can print whatever you want to display on the screen. You can use the print statement for that. The third one is, one thing I forgot to tell you is this hash thing, the pound symbol. So what is this doing? It's just a comment. So when you write a code and you want others to understand the code, you can say, okay, here I multiply spam string by 4. So things like this, and these comments will not be executed. It's only for your own understanding or the understanding of others. So now, here, things like this, where you take a variable which has been declared before, which has been assigned a value before, and then you change its value, it's called reassignment. So pretty easy. You don't have to remember these terms. No one is going to ask about that. And then this is a conditional statement, so we won't go into much details here. But here, if something is greater than, equal to, less than, is in. So these kind of things you can write some conditional statements, and based on that you can execute some code. So let's say if I or maybe I shouldn't go into much details today. So here it says if spam amount is greater than 0, which was 4 after the reassignment, it prints, but I don't want any spam. So that's what it is. Don't worry much about the if-else statements, conditional statements right now. So here it just says if you have the colon at the end of the if line indicates that the new code block is starting. Subsequent lines which are intended are part of that code block. So if you've coded in other languages, they use curly brackets. So to mark the beginning and end of code blocks, Python uses white spaces. So every space matters. So mostly people are using 4 spaces. And things will become clear when you have like invalid spaces. It's going to give you an indentation error. So here we use the asterisk operator or star, and that is used for multiplication. So if you have any string, so let's say I have the string which is my name, and I have the spam amount which was 4, it just multiplies the string by 4 times. And you can also use it for multiplication of numbers. So you can also do something like spam underscore amount asterisk 3. Now it should print you 12 because spam amount was 4. So these kind of things you can do. So it says that Python offers a number of time-saving tricks like this, where operators like asterisk and plus have different meaning depending on what kind of things they are applied to. The technical term for this is operator overloading. So depending on if it's a string, if I'm applying asterisk on a string, or if I'm applying asterisk on an integer, you will get different results. So now we come back to spam amount and learn about some types. So spam amount here is a number, but in technical terms we call it int for integer. So you can find the type of any variable by writing type and inside that the variable name. So like here they have written 19.95 and type of that. So let's see what it is. It is float. So float is a number with some decimal places. So you have learned about print and now you have learned about type. Very useful. And now there are many basic things, like plus is the operator for addition, minus is operator for subtraction, asterisk is multiplication, a divided by b, a/b / b is true division. So it will give you a quotient of a and b. And a, 2 slashes, and b is floor division. We will learn about what it is by an example. It's much clearer. A%b is modulus, so it's going to give you the remainder. 2 asterisk is exponential, so like if a is 2 to the power of 2, then you get 4. And minus a is negation anyways. So here you see we do 5 by 2 and 6 by 2. Now the expected results will be 2.5 and 3. So let's see if we get that. Okay, so yeah, we do get that. So division always gives you float. And now the 2 slashes, it gives you the result that is rounded to the next integer. So 5//2, it's floor division. So it gives you 2 instead of 2.5 and gives you 3 instead of 3.0. I mean, 3 and 3.0 are the same, but this operator gives you int. Order of operations. So you already have learned this in high schools. So it's parenthesis, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So that's what the order is. It's very basic mathematics. So 8 minus 3 plus 2 will give you 7. And then you have minus 3 plus 4. So you can do exercises like this and see what it's going to give you. So now here, what we're doing is hat height and my height. So hat height is 25, my height is 190. So yeah, these are in centimeters. And then you have a comment saying how tall am I in meters when wearing my hat. So you add both of them and you divide by 100. But is it correct result? No. So 26.9 meters is a little bit unrealistic height. So that's why we use parentheses. So we calculate the total height first and then we divide by 100. And we run this one. So 2.15, which is more realistic. Another function that we are going to learn about today are min and max functions. So min function will give you the min of the values inside it, and max is going to give you the maximum. So here the min value is 1, and here the max value is 3, and that's what is printed. So now you have learned about print, type, min, and max. These are inbuilt functions in Python. Next one is ABS, which is absolute value. So absolute value of 32 is 32, absolute value of minus 32 is minus 32. And you can convert any int to float, any float to int. So if you convert 3.33 to int, it's going to give you 3. So if you convert 3.9 to int, it's also going to give you 3. So you have to understand that this is always floor. And 10 has been converted to 10.0, which is a float. Now you can also convert strings to integers. So if I represent anything between these two quotes in any kind of quotation marks, it's called a string. So anything like this is a string, or this is a string. things like that. A number can also be represented as a string. So 123 inside a string. So now if I do type of S2, sorry, I have to print it. So if I print type of S2, it's giving me a string str. But I know that inside this lies integer. So I can just do int of S2 plus 1, and then it converts it to an integer and it adds 1 to it. Okay, so like that, or you can do anything. So this is what you have to practice. It's pretty easy, pretty basic stuff. And now, once you're done with all this, you can do the first exercise. So I will show you the exercise, but I would totally recommend you to do it on your own. So this is the exercise. So they tell you, okay, you have successfully run some Python code, and to run the Python code, you have to either press on this button here. So click on this one. So when you're done with this, you click on this, and it will open you another notebook with the exercise in it. So I click on the play button, or I can just click on Control Enter or Shift Enter. So whatever is easiest for you. So now, yeah, it prints, okay, you have successfully run the Python code, congratulations. Let's come to the next one. So next one, there's a lot of things here, but you don't have to worry about them. Don't care about them. They're only to verify your solutions. So you don't remove them. You don't have to learn about them. You just run them. So I just run this cell. So anything inside, like these blocks, are called cells. So I run this cell, and then I move to the next one. So the next one tells me create a variable called color with an appropriate value on the line below. Remember, strings in Python must be enclosed in single or double quotes, as I mentioned before. So it's telling me to create a variable called color, and my favorite color is black. Okay, and it's giving me incorrect. So why is it incorrect? So did I get the answer right? No. How do you not even know your own favorite color? So it's telling me that. So what I can do is now see, they have written code and they have commented it with the hash. So I can just remove that hash and then I can run the code. So let's take a hint. Okay, so they tell me your favorite color rhymes with glue. I don't know any color that rhymes with glue. So this hint is not useful to me. So I will unhide the solution and run the solution too. So solution tells me color equal to, oh, okay, yeah, there is a color called blue. So now, okay, I've seen the solution. So here, if I don't know how to write the code, I can take a hint or I can see the solution, which is quite good. So instead of color black, it's blue. And now it's correct. So now you similarly move to the next one. Next one says pi equal to 3.14159 and diameter is 3. Create a variable called radius equal to half the diameter. So this is also very simple and easy. Radius equal to diameter divided by 2. Now you create a variable called area using the formula for area of circle, which is pi times radius squared. So, okay, so area equal to pi, which is also defined here, and times radius squared. Okay, I will just put this in parenthesis. So let's see, and yeah, okay, that's correct. So it's just matching the number that you get here with what they have internally. And if you want to look at the hint here, you can say, okay, the syntax raised to the bth power of is a star star b. So simple hints to get you moving. Okay, so now this is an interesting one. So what you have to do here is add go to the following cell to swap the variables a and b so that a refers to the object previously referred by b and vice versa. So now you see there is a new kind of parenthesis. This is called a list, and everything inside this is int. So this is a list of ints, but you don't have to worry about that. These are called objects. So it's a Python object. So A has 1, 2, 3 in that order, and B has 3, 2, 1. Even though they have the same value, they are not equal to each other because of the order. So now it tells me, okay, write something that swaps the value of A and B. So I will create another variable called C and assign it the value of B. And I will say, okay, now B is A and A is C. So this way I can swap the values of A and B, and let's see if it's correct. Okay, so yeah, this is also correct. So yeah, it also tells you what the solution is. TMP is A, and you can also do it like this. So instead of doing all this, I could have just written A comma B equal to B comma A, and that's also correct. But yeah, I would just go for the basic way if you're a beginner. Okay, now the next one says add parenthesis to the expression so that it evaluates to 1. So 5 minus 3, then 2 slashes, and then 2. Now you can go back again and see what 2 slashes mean. So it means floor division. So if you do floor division of 3 slash 2, you're going to get 1. So what you can do here is you have to get 1. So 3 by slash 2 is 1, so you will get 4. So if you add a parenthesis here, it's 2. Then floor division 2, which is 1.01. So yeah, that's how you do it. And I think I don't know what the rules just say. Okay, what must. So yeah, simple stuff. You just have to care about the parentheses. So now here it says add parentheses to the expression so that it evaluates 0. There are many ways you can do that. I can just add a parenthesis here and one parenthesis here, and let's see, 8 minus 6 minus 2, which is 0. Okay, great. Now yeah, this is an interesting one. So Alice, Bob, and Carol, they have agreed to pool their Halloween candies together, and then they are going to split it amongst themselves equally. And if anything remains, those candies will be smashed. So if Alice has 121 candies, Bob has 77 candies, and Carol has 109 candies, how many candies need to be smashed? So first of all, let's calculate the sum of these 3. So Alice candies, so Bob candies plus Carol candies. So to smash, it should be something. So now what you need to do is you need to divide it by 3. But when you divide it by 3, it's going to give you a float. So you have to find out what the remainder is, and you can find the remainder using the the percentage operator, and that gives you the number of candies to smash. You can also print here if you want. 1. So now you have successfully completed day 2 and even the exercise for day 2. So now see you on day 3. And if you like the video, do click on the like button, do subscribe, and tell your friends about it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.